A maniac with a hook has just escaped and is considered extremely dangerous. Residents are advised to stay home and keep your doors and windows locked.
Contact Sheriff Manzarek
Jack.
immediately.
Jack! Hey!
It's 11:50.
Jack!
Before we
Come on, baby! Come on, baby!
Jack!
When the twilight is gone and no songbirds are singing, when the twilight is gone.
Two lovers parked at midnight, attacked by a deranged man with a hook. We don't know if the story is true. We don't know where it started. It is an urban legend. The hook story is the start of our search for the urban legend. Passed from generation to generation, its roots go back at least to the 1950s, when teenagers first used cars as a way to escape home and experiment with sex. The story is so powerful it heightens our perception of real events, like the Night Stalker and the Son of Sam. We hear that it happened to a friend of a friend. The details are always local. The players are always people like us. If the legend is true, can we find the event that started it? If it is fiction, can we find the person responsible for creating it? What gives an urban legend a life of its own?
It's been a few hundred years that we've been reading. It's been thousands of years that we've been telling stories. Urban legend is, it's our folklore. It's our contemporary folklore. It's what mythology has become. Urban legends are individual and localized. They happen right around us. They never happen to us. They always happen to somebody we know or somebody, a friend of a friend. There's a certain degree of plausibility, which doesn't exist in mythology.
If you look at a hook, I mean, it's designed to tear and rip and mutilate. If you're a body-conscious teenager out doing things that would make you very body-conscious, this is actually more terrifying to you than death. The hook story, I think, tends to be cautionary, yes, but I think it's also more of a coming of age. There's a point in your life where you go beyond being safe and sheltered, and you come into a part of your life where you're no longer that well protected.
If you go into a local high school, junior high, and ask, how many of you know this? An incident happened a while back involving these two lovers, these two people parked on a dark street, and do the hook arm man, and see how many of them say, I heard that. I knew that.
Does anybody know any legends about a hook?
I do. There's this guy, and he goes on a date with his girlfriend, and he's got a hook for a hand.
And she hears the tapping, and then her boyfriend gets out for some reason, and he never comes back.
And the arm was like ripped off, and half of it was on the door handle. The hook, it was just hanging there.
When In Search Of visited this high school class, we told one student an urban legend. In a few minutes, the story was passed between 10 more students in a telephone game. How will the story emerge?
My best friend has a sister, and she went to college. And one night she went to the mall, and the whole ritual it's a gang ritual, that you're supposed to slide underneath their car and wait for the people to come out. And then when they do, you're supposed to slit their ankle and take their shoe, and that's the way that you prove that you're right for the gang. That's your initiation.
I had this friend who went to a college, and the tradition was when you graduated that they were supposed to slit their ankles and put the shoes in the trunk of their cars.
In fact, each student modified the story in some unique way, personalized the location, and told it as if it had happened to someone they knew. Could these personal variations be what feeds the urban legend and keeps it alive?
They grabbed her shoe and then threw her in the trunk.